Hi everyone, I'm going to make an Argonaut page. I'm working on an A3 watercolor paper and I wanted to do some kind of dancer, and I've been working on making this flamenco dancer, and it's on tracing paper, so I can change and maybe transfer it later. And it was this is a really easy technique because you can take any photo from a magazine or a brochure that you like I've got here a brochure of some dancing lessons, and I can take any image, fussy cut it and make it into a silhouette or whatever you want. You can trace it and make it into a stencil like so. So you can do and you can change it. You can decide that you like all this but you don't like the tutu and you just don't trace it. So that's what I've done. I've found a photo of a flamenco dancer on the internet, and I've printed it and I changed it, and now I can't find this section that I already oh, here it is. So I just went over it with black paint. You can, if it's a small image, you can do it with a permanent black permanent marker, and if it's a large image, just go with acrylic black paint. So I want to use this section as a silhouette, but this section I'm still not sure how I want it, but my dancer is supposed to go here, something like that. And let's see, so I'm putting it in the general just very flimsy, very lightly. I'm tracing just so I will know where she's standing here, because I want to start with the background, and only after I'm finished with the background I'm going to start with the dancer. So basically, why did I trace where she's supposed to be? Because I want her to be like backlit. I want the light in my page to be behind her. And I'm starting with this Deco Art Buttercream Yellow, and let's see, I'm going to take this sponge and I'm going to moisten it with water, so I will have easier time blending. And here I've got some acrylic paint, ochre, and it's some local brand from the cheap store, and Deco Art Poppy Orange, and I'm gonna start with it and we'll see where it gets me. So first I'm putting the yellow here, and I already can see that I need more, probably because I haven't gessoed my page, so the paper is absorbing a lot of the paint. I need more of this, and more water on my sponge. So I'm just blending and going back and forth, as you can see, and until I'm satisfied with what I have. And if I think it's not enough, I'll just add, like I need more of the ochre. Especially that I think this orange that I just put is too orangey to my taste. So I'm going with the ochre on top of it and just taming it. I don't know how to call it. And I'm thinking that I will add more of the yellow here. I want a little bit more light than what I've got here. So it's just playing until you are satisfied with the results. There is no rules, just be satisfied with what you're making. So more of this ochre paint. It's heavy duty and I have a difficult time to blend it. It's more like paste, but I'll manage. Maybe a little bit of water will help in the blending. And I'm going to add now, I've got here Christmas red. Maybe if I'll blend the yellow with the red. You see, I don't like this shade of red. It's not warm enough for my taste, so I'm going to switch for another one. And I'll keep playing. I'm bringing another red. Let's see, scarlet red. And I'm adding water to help me with the blending. And I'm thinking that I really need more of the yellow. To go over this red, and I'm bringing in two more colors. I've got here Crimson Burgundy Wine, which I'm going to put here, and I've got Crimson Dark Plum. So let's hope this will work. And more yellow. Yeah, lots and lots of paint. So as you can see, I've put from yellow from the buttercream, and still I'm not satisfied with the shade, but I'm keeping I keep working on it, especially that I've got here wet paint and I want to keep it as wet paint, so I can continue the blending. Okay, this is more like it, and I really like this. Now I want more of this. It's very to my taste, this dark crimson. And now all I need is more of the ochre, and that will blend with this, and then I'll be satisfied. I hope. Okay, so I don't like the blending here. There is no blending right now. I want to push the yellow more towards here, and I'm thinking that I should probably switch sponges, because this is just, it's all red and crimson. So just taking another sponge, and I'm gonna try like so to push it and blend it. Okay, that's better. I'm even going a little bit here, and it just adds details to the background. That's it, that's my background, and now I'm really satisfied with it. I need for this to dry before I continue to the next stage. I'll be back. I'm back. So my background is dry, and I want first to stamp around, and I'm going to use this handwritten script all over the page, and quite randomly, and part of it probably will get covered by my flamenco dancer, but this is just for the added interest, for adding texture to your background. And I've got another stamp that I want to use, and I'm gonna do it with Distress Ink Walnut Stain, and let's hope it will be distinct enough on my background. On the yellow probably, but I don't know how it will be on the rest. Again, randomly, and I'm changing the direction. So I'm thinking now for this part I'll change for the black, so it will be no more noticeable. And I want to add something more, another swirly stamp, so I'm going to look for one but smaller maybe. Sometimes only after I'm doing something, then I get the feeling that I need to add. So I found another one, this one, and let's see. Yeah. So stamping away here. Yeah, I think this is it for the stamping, and now I want to start with my dancer. And again, I'm placing this just so I will know approximately where to put her on my page. Okay, she's going here, and I'm going to use some glue stick. It seems to me it will be enough because this is just a printer paper. Okay, starting here and attaching very gently because it's printer paper. Okay. Let's take a plastic card just to make sure. Okay, I've got it. I've got my silhouette here, and I want to trace the design I made for the flamenco skirt, dress, whatever. And let's see, I'll just hold it here and copying paper. I'm just going to trace it real quickly. I'm not sure yet how I'm making her skirt, if I'm going to cut individual pieces of other paper to make all these ruffles of her skirt, or if I'm going to paint them. So I'm not quite concerned about tracing it super straight and correct. Just want some kind of placement for all this. So I'll see how I'm going to continue. Maybe I'll just paint it. We'll see. Okay, it's very not it's really weak here, the tracing paper, but I'll manage. Somehow I'll manage. And I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm really stuck. I don't know how to make her skirt. How do I want it to be? And something here didn't trace correctly, so I should have watched for it before I removed the tracing paper, but okay, we'll see. So I'm thinking I'm going to start painting, and I'm starting with the darker color at the bottom. Let's see. It can hardly be seen here. So maybe I'll trace around the shape with a black marker, so it will pop up. I don't know, something doesn't work for me here. Ay, ay, ay. I spent a lot of time of making this wavy ruffles, and now I'm not sure if I like this design. Well, I'll continue and we'll see what happens next, and maybe after a black marker it will be better, and maybe even gold highlights in several places. I don't know, just thinking out loud. Next one. I went and took from the next shade of red, crimson that I had and used for the background. I'm going from the darker one to the lighter tones. Okay, maybe it has hope yet. It's starting to take shape. And again, I'm trying to put on each ruffle 2 shades, and the lighter one is going on top. Drawing, so like so, to give it a highlight, and so it won't look flat. Okay, next one, again going with the lighter red. Now I need some orange, red, I don't know, something to give highlight to this red. Let's see if I can make it with this one. I want to keep her dress in the red tones, but I do need highlights, so here comes the orange here. Maybe a little bit here. I don't know, I'm playing. So again, I've got two more ruffles, I think, or three, I don't know. Maybe I'll change it. Nothing is written in stone. Yeah, I need another orange or yellow, I don't know. I didn't anticipate this. Let's see what I've got. Yeah, starting to take shape, all this. And this is just too much like brown, and I don't like it, so I'm going in with the crimson and going over this ruffle. Yeah, and again just giving a little bit of highlights. I think that maybe when I'll go with the black marker, it will be better. Right now it's not defined enough. So it's just plain a darker color at the bottom and lighter color on the top. Let's see. So basically this is it in terms of her skirt that I worked so hard on. You don't have to paint it, you can just take paper and make all kinds of collage from it. I ran out of commentary. I'm trying to finish the skirt and the highlights and ran out of what to say. Sorry. So yeah, now I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to go over the edges of these shapes with black permanent marker, and then I'll come back. I'm back. So I've got some leftovers from the last video of the angel, and I want to use them here. I think if you remember the ugly scrapbook paper, I think it can work here quite nice, this border, and I'm going to glue this here. And I've taken the rest of the scrapbook paper, and instead of all this blah which I don't have a name for it, I just went with a black permanent marker and went just so it will be red and black. And I'm thinking of just taking out some circles from this paper, and for this side doing some border with it like so. And so I'm going to glue these things, and I'm running out of time on my phone, so I'll try to be quick about it. I'll be back. So because I don't have much more time to record on my phone, I went and glued this border that I took from this ugly paper, and I've punched a bunch of circles, cut them in half, and attached them here to make some kind of also a border. And I still felt like my background is not interesting enough, so I took this stamp and just stamped it around my background. And in places like this that I wanted, I didn't want it to cover my image, the skirt, I just placed a paper and then just stamped it so it won't cover what I didn't want it to cover. And now I just want to write just dance. So this is it, that's my page. Took me quite a while to make it because all of the blending and until I was satisfied with this part, but I really like it. So this is it for now. I hope you liked it, and thank you for leaving me comments below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.